there, Texas Deacon here. Thank you for joining me. Hope everyone has enjoyed all of God's blessings since our last visit. As I promised, this lesson is on pistols or handguns if you prefer. The title of this lesson is The Christian Survivalist Pistols, Part 21. Scripture readings are Joel 3:10. And someone's going to say, didn't we read Joel 3:10 last time? Yes, and we're going to read it with every lesson I do on weaponry. Also, we're going to read Luke chapter 22, verses 35 and 36. And we'll start out with Joel 3:10. I'm going to read it out of the Revised Standard. It seems to say it a little better. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am a warrior. That says it really good, really good. Now we're going to Luke chapter 22, verses 35 and 36. This is the Lord speaking. And he, the Lord, said to them, when I sent you out without money bag, knapsack, and sandals, did you lack anything? And they said, nothing. They didn't lack a thing. Then he said to them, but now, he who has a money bag, let him take it. And likewise a knapsack, that's an emergency bag, get out of town bag. And he who has no sword, let him sell his garments and buy one. Now, Christ was telling these people that it was so that they were going to be out under his protection for a while, so they're going to have to protect themselves, apparently. And if you don't have a sword, or in modern language, a gun, to get one, even if you have to sell some of your clothes. Now you got to remember that it was just 11 verses later that Judas betrayed Jesus in the garden with a kiss. And there was some sword action there too. Read about that. Okay, here we go. If you don't have a pistol, there's things that you must consider before you even think about getting one. A gun, like so many things in life, is a two-edged sword. It can cut both ways. In the context that I'm using two-edged sword here, it's friend, enemy, good or bad. When every relative, friend, and even your dog has abandoned you, your gun will still be there till they pry it from your cold, dead fingers. Your gun can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. It will not forgive you or allow any do-overs if you are careless, do not have knowledge of it, or you do not have proper training in how to handle it. You determine what the gun will be, your friend or your enemy. Make it your friend, bond with it, get to know it in every way, get to know everything about it. A little sidebar here. Most of us have never had to confront anybody with a gun, and we're not really sure what we will do until we do that. If it comes right down to it and you don't have the ability to shoot another individual, never turn over a loaded weapon to them. You empty that weapon into the ground between you and that individual. Let them have an empty gun is all you're going to give them. Okay, we said this would be on guns. Where do we start? Oh, I suppose start with the small guns. This happens to be the deaconess's bra gun. That's where she carries it. And when she does her lessons, you notice it's laying here, not mine. Check her out. This fires a 22 Magnum, or 22 long rifle. It has dual cylinders, and has a lot of knockdown power. Originally, gun, which is the little brother to this one. It was a little difficult for her to handle because of its size, so I moved up to this one. And this one is just a perfect little pocket gun. I carried a lot. Now, let's go to this one next. 22 caliber. Very versatile, 9-shot. Ammunition is relatively cheap. This is sort of a mainstay. Make sure you have one of these in your arsenal. This is the old snub-nosed 38 from bygone years that was very popular before we come up with the 380. This is the Deaconess's purse gun. Close range, lightweight, not a lot of kick, but it'll do anything you need it to do at close range. I just got this gun recently. No boy made me a pretty good deal on it. I'm very partial to stainless steel. It's a 45 long Colt. Also fires a 410 shotgun. Never fired it. Let's see what else we have around here. Okay. 357 Magnum. Big dog. A lot of knockdown power. 44 Magnum. Bigger dog. A lot more knockdown power. Now, see what we have in here. As if I didn't know. Okay. Thompson Contender. This one chambered for the 30-30 round, same as the rifle. Has a lot of range and a lot of whatever you want it to do, it will do it. Another Thompson. This fires the M16 round, the 223, and this one's good for a quarter of a third of a mile. You can reach out and touch someone with this one. It has some range to it, and it has some knockdown power. You notice these are all single shots, revolvers. No automatics. I'm just not into automatics. The automatics jam. They're hard to keep clean. But I borrowed one from a friend. This is what he sent over. And show you some automatics. And yeah. Although he assured me it was not loaded and I trust him, you always consider a gun as being loaded. And the first thing you do is check the clip. Okay. What happened there? The barrel flipped up. I've never seen that before. Huh. Well, there's no bullets in it. Drop the clip. Okay, right down here at the bottom is a button. That must be it. Automatics. What you just saw was just a charade. This is my gun. And yes, I know all about it. But everything that I did might be what another person that's not familiar with automatics would do. Whereas with a revolver, you pick it up, I can look right there into the chambers and tell you where it's loaded or not. I don't have to take it apart. I don't have to pull a clip. But I do have some automatics now. Good old Smith & Wesson 9mm. Yes. The Deacon has had one just like it. Match pair. Little target pistol here, 22. Very heavy barrel. Very accurate. Love to shoot it. Here we got a place for it. Occasionally I take some young guys out to shoot, and they like this gun here for some reason, and not an especially quality gun, but it's popular with them. And a lot of ammo. There it goes. They like to shoot it. I guess they've seen too many movies. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, have some notes here somewhere. Yeah. Well, that is will familiarize you a little bit with guns and pistols. Not much, but you can't do with so much in a short period of time. If you get a gun, never sleep with a gun close to the bed. Some years ago, I read a story where some psychologist or psychiatrist had noticed a trend or a couple of things that bothered him. It seems that he started investigating, and then he found more cases where usually men committed suicide while at night in the bed, people that had no reason to die that anybody knew of, had no problem, but they all kept guns close to the bed. So they had a little seminar, and they couldn't come up with an exact answer because it was impossible. But they come to the decision that perhaps they were having a dream, and in the dream they were shooting the bad guy. Do not buy a gun from anyone that requires you to sign for it. Don't give the government a documented statement signed by you saying you own a gun. Get yourself the right gun. Get to know it personally. Secure it from children. Take care of it as if your life and the life of everyone you love depended on it. Pray to God you never have to use it. May God continue to bless America. May God continue to bless the Republic of Texas. And may God continue to bless you and yours.